Skeletons, one of Minecraft's most irritating mobs. They are common hostile mobs that spawn on solid blocks with a light level of 0. In the overworld, skeletons will spawn in groups of 4 or 5 on Java Edition. On Bedrock, they will spawn up to 1 or 2. Spiders have a 1% chance of spawning with a skeleton riding it. This lovely creation is called the Spider Jockey. Skeletons will spawn from 25% of spawners located in dungeons and strongholds. In the Nether Fortresses, when a Wither attempts to spawn, there is a 20% chance that it is a normal skeleton. Skeletons commonly spawn in the Soul Sand Valley, but existing skeletons in the Soul Sand Valley prevent other skeletons from spawning. Skeletons will chase players and iron golems after being spotted in a 16-block radius, and when a skeleton is in 15 blocks of a target with a clear line of sight, it will start shooting with arrows once every second. If the player leaves the 15-block radius, skeletons will wait a couple seconds with the bow charged, shooting the moment the player comes back within range again. If a skeleton's arrow hits any neutral or hostile mob that hasn't been attacked by the player yet, it will start attacking the skeleton, especially other skeletons. When a skeleton kills a creeper, the creeper drops a music disc. Skeletons will sink in water but won't drown. Detection rate is reduced by 50% when the player wears a skeleton skull. Skeletons will run from dogs until they're attacked. Skeletons are undead mobs, causing them to be damaged by instant health, healed by instant damage, and unaffected by regeneration and poison. 80% of skeletons spawn as strays when directly under the sky in snowy plains, ice spikes, frozen river, frozen ocean, deep frozen ocean, and legacy frozen ocean biomes. Strays behave the same way as normal skeletons, but they shoot tipped arrows that inflict slowness for 30 seconds on any target that they hit. When strays are underwater, they don't shoot arrows. Instead, they use melee attacks that inflict slowness. Strays themselves are not immune to slowness, nor do they take freezing damage in powdered snow. Skeletons turn into stray after being in powdered snow for 7 seconds. Wither skeletons are immune to fire and the wither effect. If they're in the overworld, wither skeletons will still seek out shade and go in water during daylight, even though they don't burn in sunlight. When an entity is attacked by a wither skeleton, it's inflicted with the wither effect, which for 10 seconds, in any difficulty, will turn the health bar black, with 10 hearts, and it decreases by 1 every 2 seconds. Some spawn skeletons have the ability to pick up dropped items from the ground. Unlike zombies, they pick up only weapons and armor. If the item picked up is armor, a carved pumpkin, or a mob head, a skeleton equips itself with the item. In Bedrock Edition, skeletons can also pick up and equip illager banners. Skeletons spawn with already armed bows, which may be enchanted. Skeletons will burn when the sun comes up, except when the skeleton is under a block that you cannot see through, in a shade with a sunlight level of 11 or less, in water, in the nether, has fire resistance on, or if they're wearing a helmet. When a skeleton is killed, it will drop 0 to 2 bones and 0 to 2 arrows, plus 1 per level of looting enchantment. It has an 8.5% chance to drop his bow if this skeleton is killed by a player, 9.5% chance with looting 1, 10.5% chance with looting 2, 11.5% chance with looting 3. Its skull, and 5 XP. And that's it on skeletons. If you want to learn more about Minecraft mobs, click here on this video about zombies. Peace.